Grazie mille, signore. Let's now move on to the next speaker, the third speaker from the opposition side, Mr. Thibault Porteboeuf.
Mr. Chairman, fair timekeeper, Madame la Ministre, Your Excellencies, Monsieur le Directeur Général, Madame la Directrice, honorable members of the jury, members of the proposition, members of the opposition, members of the House, good evening. I swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. Oh, now that I've just said that, I'm going to have to be frank about what I just heard from the proposition. They talked about famine, depravity, war, death. Aren't they the real threat to society? Aren't they the responsible for the enlishment of passion? In the first place, should they not be focusing on the cause of the disease instead of focusing on the symptom of the disease, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, passionate people can be a threat to the establishment, but when the established society is a dictatorship, wouldn't that be an evolution instead of a threat? It's not a threat, then it's evolution, as I said. And since you are so afraid of power, well, sir, please be my guest. Live in a cave, sheltered from wind, protected from electricity. And stop confusing love with passion and lust. Sir, when you were flirting all day long, I'm sorry, that was just sex without passion. And what about passion crimes? No, thank you. Yes, jealousy, as you said it, jealousy unleashed the passion. Jealousy is the cause of the crime of passion, sir. And Silvio Berlusconi is not passionate about the underage women. He is obsessed by them. And that's not the same thing, sir. But ladies and gentlemen, let us come back to what matters. Justice is at stake. An innocent is on trial. Edward, I just explained to you why passion is not a threat to society. It is the very fabric of society, for it brings people together. No, thank you. But passion also provides people with great energy. Individuals, ladies and gentlemen, are allowed using passion to accomplish great achievements and improve society. And this is what I intend to show to you, first in the field of science and then in the field of art. Round, round is the earth, ladies and gentlemen, and around the sun it revolves. It sure took a lot of reasoning to understand that Earth is not the center of the universe, but it required something else to let the people know. Don't you agree?
No, sir, I don't. Wasn't the idea that the Earth was round and the passion for that idea a threat to the society of the Catholic Church?
Come on, stop calling improvement a threat, please.
On that point, sir.
No, thank you. Galileo defended his idea with passion and was almost burned at the stake by those who felt threatened by his ideas, ladies and gentlemen. But even when lying on his deathbed, he said, and yet it revolves. Yes, please.
So Galileo created turmoil in that society. Was that not a threat for the cohesion of the society?
Come on, he was just trying to improve society. He was not trying to... No, thank you, thank you. As I said, improvement is not a threat.
On that point, sir.
No, thank you. That's enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not make the same mistakes over and over. Let us stop this shameful witch hunt. For round was the apple that Newton said. Round was the flask in which Marie Curie put her chemical compounds. Round is the atom Einstein managed to understand and master. It took reason to master electromagnetic waves, but it took passion to turn it into a medical imaging system. It took reason to understand that penicillin kills bacteria, but it required passion to turn it into something that would save millions of lives. Ladies and gentlemen, no, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it takes reason to understand science, but it requires passion to win a Nobel Prize and make society progress. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. But I have seen the defendant in other situations. The defendant, passion that is also very active as concerns art. But why is art so important to our society? Art is the backbone of our society. It expresses ideas, it helps ethics and life principles to evolve, which you could consider a threat, I'm sure. And more generally, simply, it enlightens our lives, brings us joy, beauty, poetry, romance in this world, thus making life worth living. But what would art look like without passion? Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo, deny thy father and refuse thy name?
On that point, sir.
No, thank you. Or if thou wilt not, but be sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
On that point, sir.
No, thank you. In the words of Roger Fry, art is passion or is nothing. In fact, sorry. But make no mistake, we're not saying that passion is only good for scientists, artists, and philosophers. For you see, teachers, lawyers, doctors, diplomats, politicians, researchers need to be passionate in order to do a good job. You can't possibly argue that teachers and researchers do it for the money, now can you? There must be something else. In fact, all of these people are the ones passionate about mankind, about the human nature. They are the ones whose passion makes society a working system. But in the world depicted by the prosecution, scientists are a threat to society and should be kept locked inside their labs. Artists are a threat to society and they should be kept locked inside their studios. Teachers, doctors, and yes, even the lawyers are a threat to society and should be kept away from it, lost. They should be kept away from it, lost on an island in the middle of the sea. I can already picture the title, Survivors, Koh-Lanta New Season. Today we refuse to give up passion, for it is the very fabric of society. For it allows individuals to accomplish great achievements. For it improves society. And finally, as Adrian will later show you, for passion helps reveal society's problem. For all these reasons, ladies and gentlemen, enlightened by this testimony, remembering the true asset passion brings to society, I beg you to find the defendant not guilty and reject this motion. Thank you very much.